Hello, I'm Keith Hilson with the Schmidt Music Trombone Shop, back with another daily practice tip for you. Today I want to talk about developing our lower register. In a previous video we talked about our upper range and how we develop that and what a role air size and particular speed plays in supporting that upper register. Now we talked about in the upper range about the air being fast and cool because we need to have that kind of air support to support the fast vibration we need to play in the upper register. When we are going down to the lower register, it's the exact opposite idea. If we're trying to allow our lips to vibrate slower, in order to play a lower frequency, we have to use an air speed and size to match up with that. If we're trying to use too fast or too compact an air column, then the lips are not going to want to vibrate at the speed we need them to. So, when I'm playing in the lower register, I think very much about warm, slow air. I like to use the visualization of a iceberg or a glacier of like body temperature water, if you can imagine that. And it's just inexorable. It's pushing, 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 pushing here. And it has so much of that support behind it, very much like, for example, playing at soft dynamics, the same kind of idea here. So but with that lower register, not only do we need to have that slower airspeed, but we need to open up the aperture more as well to help support that. So as I'm going from the upper register, I'm thinking from going from less of an oh, and I'm thinking more of an O sound, really dropping the jaw. Now, one way we can practice thinking about this airspeed change and maybe opening up the aperture more is with a very simple lip slur. So, for example, we can start for trombone, baritone, euphonium, we can start on our F, middle of the bass clef staff. For tuba, you can start on your F, bottom of the bass clef staff, and all we're going to do is just F to B flat. And as I'm going down towards the B flat, what I'm thinking about is slowing down my airspeed a little bit, dropping that jaw, but still making sure I'm keeping my corners nice and firm here, not letting them expand outward. I'm thinking, oh, and really dropping that jaw. And then, of course, we can do the same thing, position by position, or fingering by fingering, getting into that lower register. And especially when we start getting down to low A flat or G, G flat F, that's where this is really going to start coming in handy. And if you're having trouble right away getting those lower notes to lock in, again, kind of go back and think about, am I slowing down my air? Am I dropping my jaw? If you were using too fast of an airflow, what we might get in that lower register is something like, there, I'm trying to use faster air, and you can hear how unstable the note is and how closed it is. In order to use that fast of air, we almost have to use a tighter aperture to support that. And that's giving us that really kind of unfocused, wavery sound. Likewise, if we're trying to play in that lower register without lowering that jaw, or by letting our corners of our lips kind of spread sideways and not supporting the vibration in the middle, we get something like... So you can hear the pitch is really, really low, and again, it's unfocused. If we put everything all together efficiently, we should get... nice firm sound. It should feel like everything is in focus. You should have a nice definition to the outside sound. The middle, the chorus sound should hopefully feel very, very nice and stable. So now, if you have a trombone with an F attachment, or if you have a euphonium, baritone, or tuba with a fourth valve, we can take this one step further and start getting into the trigger register or the fourth valve register. So I will do exercises like... and working our way down. Now, of course, in that trigger register, fourth valve register, we may very well have to use different positions, of course, on trombone, on tuba. If you do not have a compensating euphonium, you'll have to use different fingerings there. But more importantly, think about that same concept. Sometimes getting that response and control in that trigger register can take even longer, but it's really a lot of the same concepts there. That slower airflow, opening up the embouchure, opening up the jaw and the oral cavity to help support that slower airflow, but still keeping everything supported here so the middle of the lips can be in place to vibrate just really nice and plushly there. So I hope this is a helpful idea for you. I would highly encourage you to add a little bit of low register work into your daily practice. A little bit of this can go a long way. And like my teachers have always told me, the more we develop our lower register, the more it helps in the upper register as well. Everything plays off of each other. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any thoughts, questions, please feel free to shoot those off to me and leave a comment or send an email to tromboneshop@schmidtmusic.com. So happy practicing, and please keep making music.